YouTubers, just doing exploring. Took the dog out and we found a nice park. This was where I got lost before. I thought I'd walk, keep it straight. So when I come out of here, I'll have to make sure I keep it straight. It's a nice one for walking, so that's good. It's just a straight walk. I asked the man, and there's a lot of people with dogs. So I'll turn it over. You can see. As you can see, it's a nice one. Oh, there's people with dogs. So I'm just gonna walk. Nice greenery. It's called the Princess Gate. I don't know what park this is. It's got a lot of people with dogs. I'm not letting her off the lead. I don't know what she's like. Yes, nice. Nice and greenery. So that's what it's called. Welcome to Princess Park. Yes, so that's what it was called. The park. Nice walk. I couldn't let her off because of the dogs. Oh, you wouldn't believe it, would you? I got lost. Oh, I had to ask the girl. I said, I want to get back into the city. And she said, oh, just carry straight down. So I carried straight down, walk. We came to the uni, walked down some errands, food, co-op, straight down. Then I got into the city centre. Then I know where I was, past, what is it called now? John Lewis, and then turn and then carried on walking. So she's just fed her again. So trying to build up because I think she's lost weight after all that. And yeah, because I thought, well, I'm in there, I might as well get cat litter. So a bit of update on the boiler and the window. One good news, one I don't know what's right, as you know, the water went off. I had it for one day and the water went off. So I phoned Crisis and she said forward her back today. So I phoned and tell her what they said. Didn't get back to me, but when I was out with the dog, I had a text message, because that's how we can phone her, but I just sent a text message. And she said, I thought, well, what's got nothing to do with me? You should have done it before. She said the landlord's going to do it, a new boiler, but it's going to cost £1,000. He's going to put a new boiler in, which the man said that's what it needed, because that's a old type boiler. So I'm going to get a boiler in. So I've told them that I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, so I have to wait for them to get back to me. The kitchen window, she said, it's security. I said to her, well, I can't open it. When I'm cooking, I can't open the window to get fresh air. She said it's security. So what I'm thinking is, Paul said, the reason that I want to do it is because it's going to cost him a lot of money, innit? Putting scaffolding to take the window out, because they'll have to put scaffolding. I'm on the first floor, so they'll have to put scaffolding to do it. So it's going to cost him maybe a couple of thousand if they don't want to do it. But I think it's disgraceful, because they should have looked at it and think, well, we've got to do this, do that, before we can rent it out. Because if you're renting a property, you make sure it's livable, because that's bad, that is. Even the hotel I had hot water and could open the windows, but at least I can open here in the bedroom. But the kitchen window I can't open, so I suppose that's one good thing. I can at least one good thing I'll get in a new boiler, so that's all right. So the windows, will have to keep on about it. I'll tell Crisis and they will maybe get onto him, and he might do it soon. So, and then when a couple of months from now, I might get some white paint and just go over the skirting boards, because they look a bit mucky. And yeah, so I did get lost. Nice walk around we had. I'll put the clips on. And yeah, there we go. I experiment there, walk around. But to tell you the truth, I'm glad I'm up this end, because when we walk, we went Tuxted is further down. That's a rough area, and when I looked, it was a bit rough. It was like in Birmingham, where I lived in Leebank. I used to live in Benmore Avenue, and that was rough, prostitutes, everything, and they cleaned it up. But it's gone back, and Leebank's going rough. But down there was a bit rough area. You could see it, all the houses and people was. But here is quiet and at night. So I can imagine up there taking a dog out at night. It would be like Leebank, rough with drugs and everything, because it did look, when I look I thought, God, you could see, you know, when you go somewhere, you know it's a bad, rough area, and you could sense it was, because people looking at you and everything. And I thought, well, I'm glad about this end, so I'm in the middle path, because you've got the rough, the middle, and the posh end. Right now, just a little thank you to Rachel. I told her to cancel it, but she said because there was a problem with it, because the first one I had, I thought it was from her, but it wasn't. It was from Gemma, and she sent it, which I've used, and I liked it because the top is good. You can put stuff on the top. And I said to Rachel, well, I've got a bread bin. I said, just cancel it, get your money back. But I think she tell them and they resent it, but I've got it. But Ben said I could always use it for storage, vegetables or stuff like that. And Gemma said I could put pet stuff or that. But yeah, so it came, and nice red one. And the biscuit, that's why she bought the set. She got the set for me, so I got the biscuit barrel thing. All red, so yeah, so the biscuit barrel. So everything came, and because that's what she was worried, she said, has it come? Because she's sent me a shower curtain as well. So she's gone, I think she's gone different colour, I think she's gone brown. And tea coffee. So yes, so Rachel sent it. I said to her, don't, but she did. She said it's a little something to help me. So I've got the coffee, which I'll put the pods in because I use a coffee machine now, the pods. I was going to get some coffee and thought, but I use the pods, so I've got different coffee and the tea. And the sugar. And everything's alright. It's quite tall. So I might use that for biscuits, or, you know, like the dog biscuit or something like that. I'll wait for the stuff to sort out and then I'll put them out. And yeah, so I finally got it. Because she was worried. She said, well, it should come. I thought somebody stole it. Because what they did, they just put it on the bottom. All they done, they just put it on the bottom. So everything is... I've just got like a slight headache. I think it was warm and I'm walking. So everything's come. So thank you for that, Rachel, Ben, and Zach. You shouldn't have. I said to you, you should have, but she did. So thank you. So that's good. So I've got a few things now in the box, and the cat's going in the box as usual. But yeah, so I got that. But I've told her I need a lock for me post box, because when I come back today I had the TV license, so I phoned him up and said I don't need a license. So he said, does anyone stream live TV? I said, no, it's just me. He said, well, say yes or no to these questions. I said, no. He said, okay, 2 years and they'll contact. So because I don't watch BBC and I don't watch live, because once I get my internet, it'd be Netflix and Disney I watch, and the news, you can always catch up on news. So, but I looked at it and I thought, just for the BBC and watching live stream, £159 for the crap on TV. If you guys pay TV license, if you can do without the BBC and live stream, you don't have to pay your TV license. Just go on, phone them. It took some time. You can do it online, but I wanted to talk to someone, so they got me details. You can do it online. If you got a laptop, you can do it. But if you don't watch BBC live stream, just watch Netflix, Disney. I think if you watch Sky or Virgin, you got to have a TV license because that's live. But if you got Amazon, I think you can. But check it. But I know Disney, because I told him, I said I'll be watching Disney and Netflix, and I don't watch live stream or BBC. He said, okay, 2 years. He said somebody might still visit. But if anybody comes to your door, you just open it and say no thank you and shut the door. Don't let them in. There's a man on YouTube called Chili Khan, and he talks about it, so go over to him. Just put TV, just put in YouTube, no TV license, and that will come up. Do I need a TV license? You sit down. Come on, you had a long walk. Come on, sit down. Not sit. I'll have to take her up the vet again soon. She's got them ear mites again. The big... God, honestly. and she had a nice long walk, so later we just take her around. And tomorrow I'm off again, so I might just pop into town and get a few bits. And Sunday, Monday I'm back in work, Tuesday, Wednesday off, and then so yeah, so my wages might go down, so I might get help with the rent or something. But yeah folks, so that's right, we got lost as usual, so but at least I'll have a new boiler, so I'll have some hot water, and then the window can sort that out. This I can open here, the 2 bedrooms. The other flat that I got scammed up, that was a 1 bedroom, but the kitchen, everything was there, and it was open plan. So really, if you look at it, the one that scammed me, the kitchen was open plan. I'm not too keen on open plan. I like my kitchen separate, like the kitchen separate. I never like them because that's American style, isn't it? The open plan where you sit here, so you be sitting here and your kitchen is there. And I find that if you're cooking and you got furniture, the smell would go into your furniture unless you got a window to open. Because I know in where I used to live, Rickman Drive, mine was separate kitchen, but the others who had kitchen and sitting room, they didn't have a window, so when they cook, the smoke would come through their sofa and everything. So I'm glad I was separate. The one that I got scammed, that was a kitchen sitting room, so you would sit there in the kitchen, so you had the kitchen and sitting room together, the 1 bedroom, and I think it was a walk-in shower, no bath. I think it was just I think it was walk-in shower and a bath. I think it was, I don't know, this, yeah. So but I'm gonna keep you informed. I have a sneaky feeling couple of years from now they're gonna go to the landlord and say, oh, we gotta knock that flat down because it's high, so because they're building all different around here. So I think a couple of years, maybe that's why he's scrimping on stuff, don't want to do things for the flat. So at least I'm getting a boiler, so that's one good thing. And Crisis is my support, because if you don't know, Crisis is for people who's homeless, and because I didn't have anywhere to live, they support me. So if I need anything, I can contact them and they will talk on my behalf. So if anything happens, like the landlord's playing up anything, I tell them. So like the flat's really run down, I tell them, and they've got a liaison landlord who'll talk, and then just take it up in it to the courts and that, because you can get done for landlords, bad landlords. They talk about bad tenant, but bad landlord. So long you keep paying your rent, they can't say anything. They can't say, well, you're not paying your rent, what you expect? But if you're paying your rent and they're not doing the repairs, then you can say, well, I'm paying my rent, but you're not doing the work. But this remind me, never mind this is private landlord. I was in social housing in Birmingham with Optima, and the boiler need doing because the temperature, you keep going out, and the radiators in the winter it was cold. They didn't do it. The switches, the light switches need doing. They didn't do it. And the taps and the lights, they didn't do it. So the people who's in there now, they might have done it for them. But on top of the bins, at least I'm not on top of the bins. God, the kitchen is where the kitchen is that way. So I'm looking that way, but I'm not. The bin's over that way where the back toilet is. At least I've got separate toilets, separate. So yeah, so that's it folks. I'm just waiting for my driving license to come now and my skybox, but I've told her I need a key for that letterbox, and that's it. So thanks for that, Rachel. You shouldn't have. I appreciate that. So I'll put that when I sort everything out. I'll put that and I'll put stuff in it, and I see what I do. I might use it for, because the vegetables, what I do, I put them in the fridge. So when I get my fridge, 5 weeks, I'll put that in there. So I might use that for the pet stuff, dry stuff or something like that. And there's a lot of things I can use it for, I think, because I've got that bread bin, so that one's all right. Because the stuff, I like the way it is, the way you can put stuff on it. It's quite good, that. And yeah, so can't wait. Next week I'll get me telly, so that'd be good. Get me internet, I can watch telly then. Get the Netflix back and the Disney back on. And yes, and good luck, Rachel. I know you're moving next week, Friday. Next week this time you'll be moving. And good luck with that. Hope everything's alright. And I remember your last one, God, wasn't that horrible? You had bad neighbours. Sheesh. Me ears not too bad. Him up there keep banging. I don't know what that's about. Bang bang. But it's quiet, and when I take the dog at night, there's nobody out there. It's not like Rickman Drive when I used to take the dog out, used to get people shouting, screaming. But here's not too bad. Let's see. The kids play around out there, you get that everywhere. Apart from that, it's okay. And I just keep myself to myself. So people there say hello to me, I say hello, and that's it. But yeah, so that's it, folks. So you can see where we walked. There was Princess Park. Princess Park. Then when we walked, it said was it Southport, I think? Was it no, not Southport. There's a park near here. People keep mentioning it. What is it? It's Sefton. Yeah, Sefton Park. It says Sefton. And I was gonna go that way. I thought no. So we walked up, and then I don't know where I end up. All trees, everything. Then I come around where there was students, college, everything. And I asked her, she said just carry straight down, because I was gonna walk there and I saw Manchester, and I don't know what though. Manchester and something else. I don't know what it was. Women's Hospital, Manchester, and something else. So yeah, it's all right, folks. So we're off now, and Suki's there. There she is. You can see her. Oh, that's it. She's moved it. Yep, because it's on there. Suki, you're getting like you did before. That's it. There, big. Isn't it, Suk? Right, folks. So I'll catch you again tomorrow. I'm gonna go into town quick early because it's gonna be the song contest and it's gonna be packed, so I might just go there to get a few bits and come out. I'm not going there tonight or tomorrow, just leave it, and then Sunday it's back to normal. They clean everything up and we get our ducks and Pierhead back where I can walk around in, and yeah, I can hear the banging. Good, everywhere where I used to live was the same. And yeah, so catch you on the next one, folks, and have a good evening. And she's playing with the box, and take care. Cheers.